Missy, you pass this movie, Me and My Big Mouth, okay? Oh, okay, never mind. But thank you for letting to pass that. It was very interesting. And I did the experience inside the movie. They roughly say what you speak is very important, and you have effect on the matter. So I did that, and you can. So it little bit mixed up. But I did 2 jars. The experience was to put some rice and water into a jar. So two jars like that. I love you. I hope you have last long time. So that was in November 15, okay, last year. And on the other one is, I hate you. You are bad rice. I hope you die. With a sign like that. And maybe 2 weeks after, the rice you see, it's very dark, and the other one, it was very clear. Now it's kind of blurry, but it was clear water. And so I said, wow. And I didn't speak over, just write the sticker. And no, I said nothing.
Totally same rice, same water.
Exactly.
There you go, folks.
So, it's spooky, huh?
God's word.
And by chance, but it's not, because I found the solution. Why? I was, what? Okay. So, I received by a friend, Quantum Faith. Did you read that? You read it. It's excellent, okay? And it doesn't cost a lot, it's very, and that explains why, okay? So that's to let you know that we are not a small snake. We have power, okay? So when we sung this morning about, Jesus can move mountains, we can move mountains, okay? So, Charles, can you put so I'm going to briefly put some verses, 6 verses, and you know the story behind, but I would like you to tell me what the dominant common things, okay, with these verses. So the first one is Luke 17:6. It's about the grain of mustard seed that can pull up the roots of a tree. Okay? So maybe if you cannot do it on Amplified version, because it's confusing for me, it's too much. And something not King James with the regular language. So the idea is behind, so you know the story because mature Christian, about the mustard seed. You can do a faith of the size of a mustard seed. Okay. So the next verse, it's about Mark 4:39. So the faith, like a mustard seed, can do things. So Mark 4:39. So think. Okay. Common denomination, something. Okay, and he got up and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Hush, be still." And the wind died down and he became perfectly calm. So Jesus spoke to the wind and the sea, the water was calm. Okay. Third one, Mark 6:41 and 44. So it took, the story with the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and they multiply about 5,000 men had eaten. So multiplication of breads and fish, okay? But Jesus prayed before, okay? Mark 6:48 and 49. So she's training up the wind has against them, and about the fourth watch of the night he came to them, walking on the sea. Yeah, so Jesus was walking on the sea, okay? So the disciples saw him and they say, "Oh, it's a ghost!" And they scream, and it was scary. Mark 11:12-14. So, the story about the fig tree. Yeah, 12, 13, and 14. So that's the story of the fig tree. So Jesus cursed the tree and no more fruit. Okay? And the last one, it's Mark 11:23. It's about the mountain, you know, whosoever. It's not just Jesus. Jesus said, you can do it, guys, too, you know. So you put the mountain into the sea. Okay. So what are the common ground about these verses? Faith and speaking, believing. Well, yeah, that's true. It's and doing. Okay, things. So what I can resume, things like mountain, bread, fish, tree, wind, water, obey words when you speak, and faith. And that show also that there is another law that supersedes the basic laws of physics, like the Newtonian. There is another laws, and we need to know that. Because it's not magic, it's not just because Jesus is God, it's because there are laws. So looking at it from the surface level, it will seem a ridiculous statement that Jesus made. How is it possible that spoken words will send a mountain into a sea? How come a 180-pound man can walk on the top of the surface of water without sinking? Right. Okay. We are not, okay. So now we need to renew our mind, okay? Because since the beginning of the 20th century, we started to discover the laws of the quantum physics. Quantum comes from the Latin how much, okay? So this physics, quantum physics, explains the nature and behavior of matter and energy on the atomic and subatomic level. So I'm going to do a drawing, okay? So you have, so there is the nucleus, we can say that, okay? Okay, and you have orbits and the particle around the orbits, okay? Yeah, okay. So it's a basic physics, okay? And so this is the electron nucleus, okay? Okay. Okay. Everything in the universe has both particle and wave nature at the same time. So it's particle and wave. Particle, we call a particle electron, a dot, I will say, and wave. Waves at the same time. Okay? So meaning particles can be at different places at the same time. That's funny, huh? The interesting thing is that the scientists have discovered that the electron that is shown orbiting the nucleus is not always there in particle form. It exists in a wave state, like a cloud everywhere at once, until someone looks at it. I repeat, it exists in a wave state, like a cloud everywhere. So it's like a cloud everywhere. This particle, okay, it can be everywhere at the same time. When the scientists observe it, it's, speaking of the particle, suddenly appears as a dot. What we all want to know is, how does it know someone is looking at it? That's crazy. Yeah. Obviously, it is, speaking of the particle, is responding to the observer's interaction with it. One of the difficulties in quantum physics is that the particle behaves somewhat differently for each observer, which leads to the question, does it behave according to what the scientist believes? Do you understand?
Yes, that's amazing.
All things, all matter, are made of atoms, including your children, your car, your computer, your house. None of these things is solid. There is space between the atoms that vibrate with a natural frequency. Like your microwave that changed the behavior of your water into boiling by higher frequency waves and make the electrons jump to a higher orbit. Also, your thought and belief, this is very important. Thought and belief produce vibration of energy that people can perceive and react to. The energy of love is a powerful drawing card for good in your life. After all, God is love. So, because everything is made up of atoms, they know what you believe, hear what you say, and behave accordingly. And obviously, they can read it. Because I read it, I didn't speak about that. And I interact. When I look at that, they know, I don't know how, that is very spooky. They know that I was expecting this one to be a good rice and this one to die. Okay? Remember, until someone looks at it, the matter is in a wave state, like a cloud that goes everywhere. All that exists is only an infinite number of possibilities. When it's in the cloud, it's possibilities. There is also a phenomenon called entanglement. I don't know how to. What? Entanglement. Yes. Entangled particles remain connected so that action performed on one affects the others, even when separate by great distances. In 1935, the phenomenon so frustrated Albert Einstein, he called it spooky action at a distance. It's like a pair of gloves. For example, you have a glove here, okay? And way in the space, you can have a connection with this glove. Do you understand?
Yes.
So everything is connected. If that sounds crazy, read, I would like you put on the screen, Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things non-seen. It's a substance. It's not nothing.
Right.
It's a possibility.
Yes.
And the possibilities are connected in the universe.
Amen.
Okay? Only in your mind and your heart, it is not. It's only a possibility. So now, Hebrews 11:3. Thank you. By faith, we understand that the universe, and here this is there's some, because this is another version of the Bible, not that the worlds with an S, meaning they are different worlds. Was framed by the word of God, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which are visible. You understand? This is a statement that could have been made by a physicist. You know, we just discovered that at the beginning of the 19th century. And that was written maybe 2,000 years ago, okay? So God is not limited to the things that you and I see. There is an infinite supply of substance waiting to be manifest according to your beliefs and words. I repeat, because this is very important. There is an infinite supply of substance waiting to be manifest according to your belief and words. Faith is an unseen energy force. It is not matter, but it creates matter and actually became matter. In Matthew 8:13, they say, as you have believed, it will be done for you. So we see the things are interconnected. Belief and the manifestation. But sometimes it takes a long time for things to manifest from the unseen realm, especially when you dig up your seed every day to see if anything is happened yet. The seed will produce in its time if you leave it alone. Okay? But you have to know the laws about that and say, it's okay, it doesn't manifest right away. Huh? It's not a microwave sometimes. Huh? Okay. So Jesus was speaking the language of quantum principles. So we must accept a new set of beliefs. Jesus said that we are not of this world. We operate in a different set of laws, which Jesus called the laws of kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is the realm where God lives. Jesus didn't demonstrate all these miracles just to prove he was the Son of God. He wanted us to have the revelation of that we are powerful spirit being who can speak to the mountains in our life and they will obey us. So in John 14:12, he who believes in me, the works that I do, he will do also, and greater works than these he will do, because I go to my Father. So not only we can do what Jesus did, but we can do greater works. And another verse, I love it, it's Romans 8:19, saying, for the anxious longing of the creation waits eagerly for the revealing of the sons of God. We are the sons and daughters of God, and the nature is waiting for us. Okay? So I would like to share a testimony from Luke and Valerie. I don't know if you remember, you know, Luke and Valerie, she's pregnant, and she has a daughter. But I would like to invite them to give the testimony, because that is a perfect example how we can do things. for example, Valerie, she got pregnant, and she was very scary because she has a lot of miscarriage before, and say, oh, I hope it's not, it's going, not miscarriage. She was scary, okay? And she went to the doctor for the first visit with the ultrasound. And when on the ultrasound, the womb was empty, no baby inside. So the doctor said, oh yeah, you're doing again another miscarriage. So at the point they say, maybe we can do a curettage or abortion, take off all the things from your body, because it's less painful than to go to a natural miscarriage. So look with Valerie, look, the husband. And they live in Goose Creek, by the way. Huh? They are not living in Mars, or they are not alien. They are regular friends, okay, like me and you. Okay. So Luke said, no, we don't go through that. And he canceled everything. He said, no, there is a baby here. So the doctor, okay, yeah, Christian, crazy Christian. Okay, so they go home, and Luke pray like a warrior, how we should do that, okay? Pray life and things like that. And Valerie had, when you are pregnant, the hormones, the boobies, like, okay. Okay, so, she felt the changes. So, and in bed, yeah, I'm going to, and Lucas said, no, don't speak death. Okay. And so, but about a while, they will tell you more in more details and the time frame, but she felt like getting pregnant again. So they went to the second ultrasound, and they saw a perfect girl at the same age that she's supposed to be in the womb. So the doctor said, wow, I exercised maybe for, 20 years. I never saw that. Everybody was, what? And all the people of the staff come and say, wow. And the doctor always say, oh, you are a mystery, it's a mystery. But you see, from nothing, it's not nothing, it's possibilities into concrete things, okay? So that's what I was thinking, yeah.